Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today is going to be quite a fun video. Well, for me it is because I love education. Yeah. So I basically want to talk to you about how I went from being a C student, just three things now, three basic things that you can implement right now to go from a C grade student to an A star student. These are some of the habits that A star students have compared to perhaps a C student. So a bit about my academic journey. In GCSEs, when I was doing my GCSEs, I got 1 A star, 3 A's and the rest were B's. And then when I started my A levels, actually when I finished my A levels, I got an A star, 2 A's and 1 B. My undergrad law degree, I got a first class degree. My masters, which I'm doing at the moment, at UCL, period. I've just finished my first year of my masters. I'm doing it 2 years, I'm doing it part-time. So in my first year, I've just finished that last year and we did 3 assignments and I got 3 A's, which is a top grade in each of them. So it has taken me a while, I guess, to kind of perfect, to get to the part where it's just first class essays and it's just A's and whatever it is, just the top grade marks. But I have got there slowly but surely, and I just want to share with you guys some of the things that I've done, I've implemented, and which basically ensures that I've basically got this bulletproof A star, A whatever it is, top mark strategy. So that is just a bit about my academic journey, right? So let's go into the 3 things, okay? Because I know that's why you're here. The first tip is never, ever, 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 ever in your life leave a classroom unsure. There is absolutely no reason in your whole life as to why you should leave a situation. This is even a life lesson. Leave a situation, leave a conversation, leave a classroom, a lesson unsure. How does that make sense? Like, even just logically, let's think about it. If you leave a classroom unsure of a topic, unsure of topics, plural, right? Who are you going home to ask? No one knows in your house. No one knows on the bus you're about to get on. No one knows in your friendship group. Who? And you don't know either. You have to ask your teacher, the one person that knows. You need to not leave to stay in the classroom. If you have a fear of asking questions in front of people, fine. Wait till the end, wait till the class is finished, and then go up to a teacher and say, hey miss, I am unsure of X, Y, and Z. Please can you just quickly show me how I do this? You know? Find when you're both free tomorrow, when you've got a free period and they might have a free period as well. If you still can't find that, then lunch it is, after school it is, before school it is. Make sure you find some time, if you can't find time after that lesson, to speak to your teacher. But just the main thing here is do not leave a lesson unsure. Never do that. One thing about me, and 2 things for damn sure, for certain, is I was that girl in A-level classes, whatever it was, putting my hand up. Oh yes, in sociology, in law, I was putting my hand up. In English, the point, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. But I was that girl. And I always felt like people benefited from me putting my hand up and being confident to ask the teacher questions because everyone was thinking it. I was that girl, asking questions and engaging with the teacher in the class. Just be that girl, who cares? Like, and I feel like there's this stigma attached to that person that asks lots of questions in the class. But if you're a cool gal, you'll be fine. Like, I was still friends with everyone in class. I was still laughing with everyone in class. Just be that person that just engages. Ask questions. But anyway, the moral of the story here is never leave a classroom unsure. Chances are when you get on that bus home or whatever it is, you're gonna forget about that thing. When you'll be confronted by this question, by this topic in an exam, and you'll be so upset that you didn't ask a simple question that could have taken you 30 seconds to find out, you know? So yeah, never ever leave the classroom unsure. The second thing is to utilize all of the resources that the exam board actually offer you for free online. So there are 2 things here. The first thing is always use the exam questions. A lot of the time, teachers in class will be like, oh, we're now going to do, you can try and create some exam style questions, or we're going to prepare for you some exam style questions. Obviously do them because the more practice, the better. When you're doing your own revision, make sure you are referring back to the exam questions, literally the past papers, the past exam papers that the exam board provide online. Use those, exhaust them. Go from the earliest one that they have, if it's relevant to the syllabus that you're still doing now, up until the most recent one from the summer or the winter, whatever it is, and just be doing them and be doing them and be doing them. Another top tip within this is to do these questions. What I used to do is do all of these questions. I knew them back to front. It's so funny because when we get to the stage in class where we're now doing these past papers, I already have done them at home. But anyway, so make sure you do them, and then I used to do the past paper and then bring them into my teacher so she can mark it. And so that me and her can also just talk through the questions, maybe some weaknesses, some good things, all of that jazz, right? So never like just do the past papers and then just leave it there, because you'll never know if you got it right or not, right? It's also good for them to see how well you're developing in your studies, and they can also pick out parts perhaps where they keep seeing that you're not understanding, and they can reintroduce you to these concepts. They can provide you with more resources. The more the teacher knows about your abilities and your progress, the better, and it's the better for you as well to understand this too. Second point under utilizing the resources from the exam board, the second thing here is to fall in love with the mark scheme. Honestly, fall in love with it. You have to. You should know back to front what makes the difference between an A grade, an A* grade, and a C, D, whatever grade. I don't know. You should just know the differences between an A* grade and a C grade. You should know the differences. You should practice based on those differences. So you should know back to front the mark scheme, the differences between an A* grade and a C grade. You should know this, okay? You need to just fall in love with the mark scheme. Use it when you do your past papers. Mark your own work against the mark scheme. If there's stuff you don't understand in the mark scheme, highlight it in a pink highlighter. Make sure you're falling in love with that mark scheme. Use it, read it, apply it. Use it to mark your own work. Take it to your teacher and say, Miss, what does this part mean? How can I create a coherent, logical argument as they're saying? How can I create this? All of these different things, right? Just find out, understand that mark scheme. So those are the two things as it pertains and as it relates to the resources that the different exam boards will offer. And for the final thing, I think always remembering at the back of your head that what you put in is what you will get out. I think, well, for me, it was life-changing. I still remember I was in year 10 and my history teacher said that, and I was like, oh yeah, like logically it makes sense. And it's just something that kept me going throughout my A levels, just to remember like what I am putting in is what I get out. So for example, it's just inevitable, right? If I was to put in 10 minutes into my revision for the whole exam period, best believe I'm gonna get 10 minutes worth of results on results day. So you have to ensure basically that you're putting in effort. Ultimately, people that do get A* grades, people that get A grades, all of these things, they have put in some sort of effort. So you just need to remember that what you put in is what you get out. Everyone's amount of effort is going to be different because everyone is different, but just ensuring that you're putting the best that you know you can put in is how you're going to get those top grades. Thank you so much. That is the end. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was inspiring. I hope you took some tips, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.